Good day, everybody. We're back again. It's Startup and Innovators on Atlantic Discuss. Yes, we bring extraordinary people, especially Africans, that breaking, barriers, slaying stereotypes, doing extraordinary things. And this gentleman we have here, Obafela Killa. How you doing, Obafela? He's been here before. It's not new to you. He's an extraordinary guy, extraordinary in so many ways. He's the founder and CEO of Nexus Data Intelligence. There's a lot that he's doing. But on there, he has his tech hub and all that. He's been here before. But why we're bringing him here today is that, he's organizing a seminar, an Africa Development Summit 1.0. And I think it's only fair. That's not a startup, that's an innovation, you know. Buffalo has been doing a lot already. We profiled him about a month or 6 weeks ago. He was here. So you can always find out more about him. But this time around, the Africa Development Summit 1.0 is the new baby. It's coming up very soon. So Obafela, what's happening? Tell me. Let people are listening. What's this Africa Development Summit all about? Let's talk about it.
Okay, great. So Africa Development Summit is actually a way to grow Africans. We want to make sure that Africans can actually take on massive roles in Africa and outside Africa. The truth is, different countries in Africa have been portrayed in a bad way. Especially Nigeria, right? Where we hear Nigerian prince. When you hear Nigerian prince, you know what that means already.
The fraudulent guy, yeah.
Exactly. Right. So I believe we can channel this energy into better things. I mean, if you're smart enough to be able to create a heist, right? If you're smart enough to be able to change your voice just so you can make someone send you money. If you're smart enough to be able to communicate properly and then be able to come up with different lies, then you should be smart enough to take up jobs. You should be smart enough to actually maybe even start a business, do something innovative. So why not do that? That's why I created African Development Summit. It's to then empower these Africans to be able to do more in the society, more in the world. Now we know we have Africans already doing something. Now they can do more. And those that were channeling the energy into negative things, now they can channel it into positive things. And every year we're going to pick a topic that can address that. Just like the topic for this year, it's communication as a catalyst for growth. Right. And that's really what African Development Summit, aka ADS, is all about.
Okay, yes. So what the people you are expecting to come for this summit, how do you pick? Is it just anybody can come, or what are the prerequisites? What are the requirements? Can I just walk in there? I should be there. I plan to be, So but what's and we'll support you, or you have my word on that. So but what does it take to be part of this summit?
So basically the summit, especially for this year, because we're gonna have different themes, different years. So there may be a particular year where the theme may be focused at a particular set of people. But for this year, the theme is communication, right?
Okay.
And communication is something I believe everyone needs, right? Be it in your relationship with your partner, relationship with your children or parents, relationship with your spiritual relationship, your workplace relationship, or as an entrepreneur, communicating your business value to investors, your clients, and the likes. So this event is going to be open for all students, entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and career professionals. And we're going to make sure we'll be able to cater to everyone, yet make sure no one is left out in a way that each session would be able to cater to everyone. For example, we have a session on how to communicate your value, especially as an entrepreneur. But then, be it an entrepreneur or not, as a career professional, you want to be able to communicate your value. Be it maybe a freelancer, or you need a raise. You want to write a letter to your company asking for a raise, right? How do you communicate that, okay, you actually deserve that raise? You're a freelancer, you want to get a job. How do you actually show that off? That, okay, I, as the client, should give you this job. So we're going to make sure that, okay, each session, even though each session will be tailored to a select set of people, yet other people would still benefit from each section, making sure that no one is left out.
So how do you do what? Okay, you said it's for students. I mean, I understand all
Yes.
that, but how do you register for the summit?
Okay, great. So to register for the summit, you simply go to our ticketing platform, which is Oga Tickets. So on Oga
Oh,
Tickets,
okay.
you just search for
Okay, your
Africa
friend. I know
Development.
him. He's been
Yes,
here. I got
justice.
tickets. You see,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. You see, that's why we're doing what we're doing. So that I can synergize. I remember when we're talking about got ticket. Oh, brilliant. This is
Yeah.
exciting. I like that. So keep talking, please. We'll go to a got
Okay,
ticket.
so
Yeah.
you just go to Oga Ticket and you select your ticket category and
Yeah.
then you register. We have various ticket categories. We have one for students and
Mm-hmm.
then we have basic, VIP and then VVIP, or we give them classic names. For example, the students package is a student special. The
Mm-hmm.
basic package is a big bro special.
Mm-hmm.
Special, we're using African terms or more to be more specific, Nigerian terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the VIP package is a senior man. That's the name of the ticket category, senior man. And then
All
for the
right.
VVIP, we're calling it Odogu,
Mm.
the man with the money and the influence,
Oh God.
right?
I mean,
And
I'm
each
enjoying
ticket
this.
has their
I think Nigerians can relate to those terms, you know.
exactly. So each ticket have their own benefits, especially the Odogu category, which enables you to be able to, be in the same space as the sponsors and the investors.
Mm-hmm.
Um, basically people of high caliber that will be coming. Those are the main points of going to events. You want to be able to network with these people. You don't know who you're going to meet at an event.
Okay.
You can meet an
So
investor and then yeah, please go on.
okay, so is there an on-site or virtual event?
On site, it's on site.
On-site.
It's
Okay,
happening
everybody
in
else.
Ibadan,
So you're not going
Nigeria.
to broadcast anything
Oh,
online.
we're also going to make sure it's broadcasted. So I thought about it, and there are a number of people who would like to show up, but due
Mm.
to the event happening on the 26th of April,
Okay.
they might not be able to make it. So I've been having a number of requests for a live session. So I'm planning towards that to make sure that even though it's going to be on site, there would still be a live session for people that can't
Interesting.
make it to
I
Nigeria.
like that. So when people go to Oga Ticket, are they paying anything?
No, no, no. You don't pay
Mm.
anything. You just go to Oga Tickets. You may
Okay.
need to create an account though, but
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know, it's not compulsory. Or you may just want to create an account just to have an account for further events, right? But once you just go to Oga Ticket, just search for Africa Development Summit, right? And you see the summit. You click on the ticket category you want, and you just place the order for your ticket. That's all.
So this is on Saturday, April 26,
Yes,
2025. Yeah. What time does it start?
yes. Starts by 10 a.m.
10 and it's a one-day thing, right?
Yes, it's a one-day thing.
Yeah. Because I read here the team is explore the pivotal role of communication in development,
Yes,
during a
exactly.
variety of panels and workshop. I see. Okay. This year we'll be focusing on pivotal role of effective communication in driving impactful
Yes,
development outcomes for entrepreneurs,
yes.
career
Mhm.
professionals through a dynamic
Exactly.
blend of expert panels, engagement workshop,
Exactly.
valuable networking opportunity. The summit will equip participants with the knowledge or skills and connection to enhance their communication strategies and achieve greater success in their development endeavors. So do you have any, I mean, those sessions, for example, I see here you have communicating your vision, yeah, strategies for
Yes.
entrepreneurs. Do you have somebody that will be
Yes.
speaking per this session? Do you have individuals that will handle this, or it's just purely interactive, or somebody is talking per session?
No. So for we have 6 sessions, right?
Okay,
And
fantastic.
it's possible it can become 7. But so for each session, there are keynote addresses and then there are panel sessions and then there are
Mm-hmm.
fireside chats. But I'm going to talk about the panel sessions and the fireside chat now. So we have
Okay, go
2
ahead.
panel sessions
Mm-hmm.
and 1 fireside chat. So the panels, these 3 sessions will have speakers. All sessions will have speakers, right? There is a session that would be interactive though, but it will still have someone that is pushing the whole session.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a public speaking workshop because public speaking can be a problem for a lot of people at times, right? Maybe
Yeah,
they are
we're all
nervous.
learning.
Exactly, we're all learning. Even I myself, I tell people that a lot of
Yeah,
people don't know I'm a shy guy. I'm shy. I have
I
stage
am
fright, but I
too,
have to
but I
do
mean, it's people. I'm telling you, I am. Maybe when I was younger, I was an extrovert, but now I'm more of an introverted person. But I still do what I do anyway. So,
Exactly. You just have to do what you have to do. So let me talk about the panel sessions.
Go
So
ahead.
each panel session, we're going to have three speakers. Though we're considering making it four now, but we're definitely going to have three speakers and a moderator. So each speaker will be people that um, they've really shown their value in that space. For example, we have a speaker, David Ogunbanjo, and is someone who has worked with various companies, and he himself has a company that owns other companies. And is when you're looking for an entrepreneur, he's an entrepreneur, and he has even helped people raise money. He's good with fundraising as well. And
Oh,
he's also
brilliant.
someone who is low key, an investor. Low key, he hasn't gotten there yet, but he's already showing signs
Yeah,
of invest.
my kind of
Exactly, he's already
person. Yeah.
investing here and
Mhm.
there, right? And then we have someone else who is Shola Jegede, right? Is someone who is there's a cabal in Nigeria for entrepreneurs, and this cabal houses some of the best entrepreneurs in Nigeria,
Mm,
right? And Shola Jegede is the founding engineer of that cabal, and is
mm,
also an entrepreneur. And in fact, he started an agency about a month ago, and now he has made I think $5,000 plus revenue or more, right? That's something he just started and now he's already getting, sometimes when you start a business, it might take some time
mm,
for money to come in, but now money's already coming in. That shows Shola knows the game. He knows how it
mm.
works, right? Those are the kind of
Serious-minded
people we're going
people.
to be
Yeah.
getting. Exactly. We want people
Yeah.
like that
I'm
that
gonna I'm going
actually
to
know what
I'm
they're
going to hook
doing.
up with those two. I'm going to hook up with them. Yeah.
No
That's
problem.
what startup and
Surely.
innovator is all about. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So we're going to have people like this for each session, right? For example, the next panel session is effective communication in the workplace, right? This focus more on career professionals. But even if you're an entrepreneur, you want to know how to communicate with your staff, right? So we're going
Okay.
to have an organization known as ISEC, right? AIESEC, the
Mm,
global organization, and they work a lot with students, putting them in the career space to give them work
mm,
experience,
mhm,
right? And the former vice president of Isaac, now accounting manager, is going to be on that panel session, right?
mm.
So you can see we're bringing people that really know what they're doing, people that they've been in the game, and they are young people again. They are young people. This is to show everyone that, okay, even if you're young, you can do it. It's not, oh, because I'm young and I have no money, let me start fraudulent activities or let me give up on life. No, you can do it. Or not that I'm young, maybe when I'm older, then life will work out for me. No, life can work out for you now. Life can work out for you now. What I'm trying to do is to make sure most of the speakers on panel sessions will not be above 30. I want people in their early 20s, mid 20s, and maybe even late 20s to show you the power of the youths coming. Wait, you this guy, you mean you're 26 years old and you've made so and so thousands of dollars, so and so millions of naira? Like, how are you doing it? Well, don't worry, they
Mhm.
will tell you that day. They will tell you how they're doing it that day. That's why it's a very important event.
Fantastic. Let me you said keynote address too, the future of communication development. Is it the one the ISEC guy is coming for?
No, no,
No,
no.
okay. So we're speaking at
That
that
one
one.
is so. For that one, actually, we haven't confirmed the speaker.
Oh,
We are
okay.
looking at Dr. Laila Boddi, but I'm not sure
Okay.
if he will be able to make it. Right? He's a
Oh,
business
okay.
mogul and it's someone who really cares about the culture of Nigerians and Africa as a whole, right? And is very
Okay.
good on communication.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, no problem. I know him very well actually. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know him. I know him. Yeah. We went to
That's
Abeokuta
good.
Grammar
That's
School
good.
together.
That's wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And you
We
see how
went to,
small this world is.
yeah, I know him very well. He's a great guy,
Wow.
fantastic guy. Yeah. Let me know if you can't reach him. I'll use my another channel. It will be a good resource.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, it's very good at this kind of thing. What
Exactly.
excites me it's seeing young people, Nigerians, trying to carve that niche that, okay, we can do this. I mean, in the past, summit like this, are preserve of older people, consultancy firms, they even
Yeah.
bring people from abroad, to come and
Yes.
organize this. So this is good. But there are more questions for you. I mean,
Okay.
from all you've said so far, one of your reasons for organizing this, you believe that people that have skill, everybody has a skill set. That's one.
Yes.
Two, that instead of using it negatively, you rather them use it positively. You
Positively.
understand? And I also know you do a lot of mentorship. Okay, so
Yes.
after all said and done with this summit one day and all that, what's the end goal for you? What do you want to achieve from all this?
From the summit itself, right?
Yes.
So I want the summit to be a channel
Mm,
where when people go for this summit, they come back with something. Like
mm,
maybe someone who is struggling with moving forward. You know, the thing
mm.
about mentorship is that someone who is wiser than you can tell you a single statement, and that can save you years of trouble. I
Absolutely.
want people to I want people to come to this event and be able to get that kind of experience, hear things that will actually save them months and years of trouble. I
Mm,
want the event to be an event that it grows so large that 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 a lot of people from different countries in Africa
mhm,
keep showing up. And then from this, we can start to see more people doing good in a way that we start to change the narrative, because it's upsetting how we have more people doing negative things than positive things. And even the ones that are doing positive things, they have to leave the continent or the country for
mm,
their own advantage and sometimes even safety, right?
mm,
And then they go and make big changes overseas or in um, different places, basically. And I want people to be able to say, okay, I'm an African and I did this. I want this event to actually breed someone that is the first to do something,
mm.
right? When we say, okay, we didn't import this from another country, we didn't import this from another continent. It came out from Africa. And then the guy gives a story and says, he heard something when he was at an event, Africa Development Summit. That will give me great joy because now I know it's working. Now I know it's not just an event where people just come and they've left. I know that people are actually gaining something. So
Wow.
if I were to say this in one statement, it would be that the end point of this is to actually see growth, to actually hear people giving good reviews. That, okay, after the event, they got the courage to take on bigger things. They got the courage to push out that innovation,
Mm,
to start that business they didn't want to start. And then it went well. And maybe they've become a unicorn with over $1 billion valuation. Those kind of things. People like Inyaboyeji, right? Someone like Inyaboyeji coming from my event, that would be great. And
mhm.
that's really what I aim to achieve.
Well, I think you're doing well. I think you're doing the right thing. But for those of you that are meeting or seeing Obafela Killa for the first time, let me just give you a brief background on what Obafela is. He's the founder, CEO of Nexus Data Intelligence, where they specialize in training young Africans in high-demand data and AI-related skills and personal development. He's also the founder of Nexa Vida, a health tech company focused on improving healthcare outcomes in Africa. That will save lives, clearly, something we don't really have. The last time, I might ask you a question on that subsequently. He mentors entrepreneurs, especially those in the tech space, who are driven by social impact. He's currently on a journey to unify healthcare data in Africa, yes, with plans to scale globally to improve healthcare access and quality for all. Wow, wow. So the Nexus Data Intelligence is the ed tech company. That's another one of his ventures. They are currently building an academy that will aid African youths in developing tech skills relating to data analytics and artificial intelligence. Yes, yes. According to Obafela, I said we need more tech skilled people focusing their skills on good rather than cybercrime. Yeah, you've always said it. So this summit is in consonance to what you've always said. Yeah.
Yes.
So the academy will focus on CSR goals by also offering personal development courses to make youth brilliant. So, I mean, I haven't said all this, this summit, where is it taking place? Venue, where's the venue? You didn't tell us that.
So we are yet to confirm the venue, but it's taking place
Okay.
in the city of Ibadan in Nigeria.
Okay. It's going to be in Ibadan. Okay, fantastic. So,
Yes.
for those of you, Obafela is based in Ibadan, not Abuja, not Lagos, Ibadan, the largest city in West Africa, you know? So, if you
Exactly. In
attend,
fact,
plenty food in
people
Ibadan.
people people like David Ogumbanjo that I mentioned earlier that are
Mm-hmm.
running different ventures. It's taking a flight all the way from Abuja. We'll be in Ibadan for
Oh,
2 to 3 days just for this event, right? And even Shola Jagede is coming all the way from those states, right,
oh,
for this
wow.
event, right?
Mm-hmm.
So please show up because it's going to be big. It's going to be
Don't
big.
worry, we're on it. We're on it. We're on it. Interesting. So now, if you've told us about this summit, and for people that are seeing you for the first time, I wanted you to talk about your the health tech hub you were working on. I know you have a tech hub in Ibadan, all that. I know you also know that you are the CEO of Nexus Data, but you are trying to create a health hub for information and all that. Can you tell our viewers more about that, and how far you've gone with that?
All right, great. So what we're trying to do is actually to unify patient medical records, right? Because it can be difficult for one to get immediate access to healthcare if
Mm,
the if the um if the institution or the hospital, let me put it that way, does not have access to their data. So imagine you where you are now, make a trip down to Nigeria, and
mm,
unfortunately there's a small emergency and they know nothing about you.
mm,
Now they have to start running tests that each time that they have to run this test, it's more dangerous for you, right? And I've personally seen people die from this, and it's really not a funny scenario at all. And in these scenarios, you can't really blame the person. You can't say, "Oh, you shouldn't have had this emergency at that location," and you can't blame the hospital for not
Life can
having the
happen
person's
anywhere.
data.
That's true.
Exactly.
Mm,
What we're trying to do now is to make sure that, okay, we want to bring this data together in a way where even if you have to go to a new healthcare establishment, they can still have access to your data. And then there are concerns about this, and we're working towards the concerns because some people don't want to share their medical records. It's private, right?
mm,
So we need to make sure that this is still between the patient and their allocated hospital. And if they will be going to another hospital, we need to we're making sure to put in measures so that they will still have the power to say, okay, I want to share my data. I don't want to share my data. And we're working towards measures that, in case of emergencies, where this person cannot, maybe it's an emergency, they can't tell you, oh, I need to share this particular type of information to them. Don't share all, right? So we're working on methods to make sure that even if it's an emergency, the hospital can still have the important information they need, not all that the patient does not want to share, right? And where we're on this now is that we are actually working on an app right now, and it should be out latest by May. I wish it could be out by April, but it seems it might have to take some more time and come out in May. And when it's out, we're going to start pushing for users to see how this thing works, to see the problems people are going to have with it. Because whether we like it or not, people are going to have issues with it, right? There's something that one person would say he or she does not like that we should change, and we're going to make sure we can do it as much as possible to assure, ensure comfortability, that you're comfortable with this thing, not that you're afraid of using it, not that just because I don't want my life to be in danger, let me just use it. No, you want to use it because you know that, okay, this thing
mhm.
is good for you, right? You want you to
Absolutely.
use it, you want to be your friend. Like,
Mm.
please use this thing because it's good. And if there's a problem, we're going to make sure to attack the problems as soon as possible. So that's our next milestone, to launch our app in the next
All
2
right.
weeks.
So let's go back to ADS 1.0. Yeah. So
Yeah.
do you need sponsorship?
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay, can you tell us how, where, when, which areas, and what does it entail if anybody watching wants to sponsor?
Okay. So we actually have various sponsorship packages, and
Okay.
we are actually launching our website in the next, I would say, maximum 5 days before the end of this
As a
month.
website
Website
for
will be live.
this ADS summit, right?
Yes, for
Okay.
this ADS summit,
All
right?
right.
On that website, people will be
So
able
that
to
when it
access
comes
the
out, we can
sponsorship
put it in the
packages.
chat box for people that have been reading to follow. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
awesome. Yeah. So the sponsorship packages, it really depends on what you want. We have sponsorship packages, and we also have custom packages where
Mhm.
let's say our packages do not satisfy you, or
Mhm.
you want a combination of different things, right? Maybe we have the bronze, we have gold, silver, and platinum packages. So let's say you want to take something from platinum, take something from gold, we can have a custom package like that. Let's say you want to sponsor as a promotional sponsor. Maybe there's something you can give us, maybe a kind of promotion, or you can ensure that, okay, at least 50 people will come to the event, right? We have that as well. Media sponsors, and Yeah, that's pretty much it. Promotional
Mm.
sponsors, media sponsors meaning photographers and videographers, right? That's what I mean by media sponsors. So
Fantastic.
the benefits for sponsoring are things like we're going to boost the page, we're going to share the we're going to share the we're going to share the institution or the company or the person who is sponsoring. We're going to share what they are doing to the people coming to that event. And on our social media pages, our website, really depends on what kind of sponsorship package you have, right? We're also going to dedicate videos for the event. We're also going to be able to have we're going to have a booth for the sponsors. Again, this depends on the tier which the person picks, right? So, but these are kind of benefits that are available. Things like promoting your business to the people coming, right? The attendees, because we have entrepreneurs, we have career professionals, and we have students. So just like the Isaac community I mentioned, actually an
Mhm.
organization, a global organization. So they help students. So they are actually sponsoring this event, and we're finalizing things as we speak.
Oh, wow,
And
that's brilliant.
what they
Isaac
want,
is big.
actually,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, exactly. So
Mm.
what they want is to be able to promote Isaac to the students that would be showing up at the event, right? So and they also want to be able to give slots for their students to be able to come in and gain some experience
Mm.
from the event. Come in as volunteers to gain experience. So basically,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is this: they are custom benefits. So
Mm.
a sponsor can reach out and say, okay, he wants to sponsor, and these are the kind of benefits he needs. Maybe he needs maybe to promote his business or our business, or to maybe even maybe even to speak,
Mm.
right? Maybe to share his or her insights, right? So we really have different benefits. We just need a sponsor to reach out, check the packages, and we'll have a conversation. Just book a meeting, have a conversation, and see what works for both of us to make sure the sponsorship is mutually beneficial. It's not a one-sided thing. It's for both of us to grow.
Interesting. I'm impressed. From the first day we met, I've always been supportive. We'll at Atlanta Discuss and also our online newspaper, Atlantic Digest. We'll try and give you as much publicity as we can, and we will sponsor something. I mean, we
Awesome.
feel a
Great.
sense of responsibility and a moral obligation to. We're not just doing this for the sake of doing it. The idea is to promote young, vibrant Africans, Nigerians, wherever they might be. Like you said, it's not all bad news. Not every Nigerian email is a scam. Not every Nigerian youth is an imbecile or reliable or lazy, as some head of state have said in the past. The future of the
Yeah.
country is bright. I mean, I'll tell you for free that almost a year ago, I had given up that what's happening. But with people like you, Oga Ticket, my good friend, also, my confidence has been reinvigorated that it's not going to be bad news. So everybody watching, watch out. Africa Development Summit 1.0 is going to be in Ibadan, and it's around the corner. It's in April,
Yeah.
April 26th. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, April 26th
April
going to be in
26th.
Ibadan. The website is going to be out. On this video, you can check the chat box. Obafela's email, I will add it there and his number. So if you want to reach him for anything, he's just the man. Let's encourage the youth of this country. Obafela is a young guy. I'm sure I don't want to tell you how old he is, but he's a very young guy. And he's doing things that, like I said in the past, is consultancy firms owned by, affluent people in their 50s, 60s that do this. And I'm impressed that you're doing this. So we have a sense of moral obligation to support what you're doing. To everybody watching, make sure you do. So while you go to the chat box to read more about Bafela, even the sponsorship package, I'll add it there so that if anybody is interested, is Obafela Killa at nexusdataintelligence.com. I'll spell it out. His phone number is also there. So let's support him. I mean, there's so many ways we can support what he's doing. What he's doing is novel. He's trying to improve communication. And part of what he's trying to do is that because you work with somebody, your colleague doesn't necessarily have to be your friend. That's one of the things people will learn that day. Because you work together doesn't make you friend. The kind of things you communicate to your colleague at work, it's complete, it's important. If you're an IT and you have privileged information, you're not supposed to share what you see with somebody in a PR or some other department. That's the essence of what they're trying to do. Professionalism. you know, how you communicate to people. For example, if you have a business idea, it's as simple as a barbing salon. How do you pitch investors? How do you speak to them? What language do you use? Well, a lot of us have sent email in the past and we don't know how to word the content of the email. Yeah, misapplication of words. You know, I have a book that I had to read about that, and so I can relate to what you're saying. I mean, if you follow what ambassadors do, diplomat, you see they hardly use the word no or yes. You know, they they will
Yeah.
say no, but that's why they're diplomats. You know, they sometimes they say when you ask them a straightforward question, they say it's impossible to say how true it is. You know, can you imagine? Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, and it's all complicated, you know, and I'm sure one of the things you're going to, for younger people also, it's the earlier you catch the bug, the better. There's an opportunity for people to learn that, you know, your choice of word matters, you know. And there's no way you teach people how to communicate that mannerism won't come into it, etiquette will not come into it. And, you know, fantastic. And for you to organize that, you are prime yourself. That means you've done a lot of homework and research. To conceive this idea itself is noble. Wafela, thank you, and Nigeria owes you. Do you have any support from anybody in government?
Not yet, not yet.
Not
I'm
yet.
considering it,
Okay.
but I actually tried to reach out to someone, but I haven't been able to get a response.
Mm,
I'm considering trying again or doing it without the government,
mhm.
right? But time will tell. Time will
All
tell.
right, we'll see. We'll see. Let me know if you get in touch with Dr. Laila Bode and let me know.
Okay, of
Yeah.
course.
Thank you so much. To all our viewers, wherever you may be, in 7 continents of the world, be it Asia, be it Africa, be it Antarctica, be it Europe, be it North America, be it South America, this is Obafela Killa, you know, the man that is slaying stereotype, you know, breaking all the ceilings, doing all the big things, you know. I'm telling you,
Uh,
for those of you that want to attend, I can tell you that this kind of program, you pay prime dollars to attend it, even in developed countries. I'm telling you, and it's free. You pay prime dollars, you know. And the least I've seen for this kind of developmental summit, it's $2,000 at the least. It's always higher than that. I've seen something similar that doesn't even have as much breakout session and details like this that was charged for 10, that just one keynote speaker and all that. So, and people pay to go for these things. I'm talking people in their early 40s, late 40s, early 50s. These are CEOs, you know. So
yeah,
that's why development is continuous, you know. So for you that's just starting your life, this like an expo, you know, it leapfrogs
exactly.
you. Yeah, it leapfrogs you. Yeah, by the time you go for your next job interview, you're gonna slam dunk it. So, fella, thank you so much to all our viewers. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. It's a wrap there. See you all next week. Bye. Bye.
yeah.